Okay. So, off for a test drive. Trying to warm the car up. I do need some water or something. I need something to drink. I'm not even gonna front. I might have to stop at the gas station and grab something because I'm not. Listen, I need something. Okay, I can't just be out here all thirsty and parched. Can't have that. No real change in exhaust tone. Not from what I can tell. I know a lot of this is going to be more of a power situation, right? We'll see though. We're driving. Y'all are here for the ride. It's a new video. Like and subscribe, okay? Enough of me having to ask y'all, okay? Don't ask me for the next time when you want me to say, yo, CarQuicks, can you tell me how? Yo, did you subscribe? Have you liked? So, you know, we gotta scratch my back. I scratch yours. You know? Anyway, so we're doing the test drive. MST Downpipe is on the car. 2023 GR Corolla. You already know the whole spiel of this vehicle. What is this downpipe going to do? Well, what they say is you're looking at 15 to 17 horsepower throughout the power band. Not at peak, not low. They're saying throughout the power band. Now, let me say this too. I have not tuned this car. I'm not running EcuTech. I'm not running Motec. I'm not running, anything tech. I'm not running none of it. It's the OEM ECU thinking on its own, which if you've read and researched about the ECU on the GR Corolla, it is well documented that it has the ability to learn and adjust and map things as they are. So I'm going to go for it. I'm just going to do it on. I'm going to drive the car as it is. I'm sure there's going to be a school of thought saying, yo, you got to tune it, you might blow up the car, you might do all this other stuff. Within the parameters that I am in with this particular car and the things that I have done, I don't really agree with that, but I'm not going to say that I'm some tuning engineer wizard. I'm not. I'm running off of my own little theories. It's, hey, sometimes that's how you got to roll in life. You got to make a decision based on what you think is right and ride with it. So here we're riding together. I'm stopping at this gas station. I do need something to drink. I'm just way too thirsty to even begin this conversation without doing something. So give me a second. I'm going to run up in there, grab what I need, and come back. Might have a snack in my hand. I might not. I don't know. I'm hungry. Okay? And I've been busy. So I'm going to go ahead and take care of that. Y'all can sit in here. Got to find me some money. Oh, snap. I got some dollar bills. Okay? All right. Found a couple dollar bills in the bag. All right. You know what I'm saying? A little splurge on myself with a little bit of a Fiji water. You know, you got to drink proper water, okay? Don't be drinking that regular stuff you buy for like $1, okay? Nonsense. All right, I'm gonna let the camera run. I'm gonna run up in there real quick. Should be fast. Hopefully nobody tries to jack this car and the camera. You want to talk about this video taking a turn for the worse? That'd be hilarious. I'll be back. I'll know when I'm really getting on it. Right now, I'm not gonna be able to tell. I know it's like small little acceleration. I really can't feel like any of the butt dyno is not telling me nothing. That's a non-scientific dyno, but sometimes it's scientific, I'll be honest. You know how you have a gut feeling? There's no science behind that, but there is science behind it, right? Sometimes you just know. Like if you drive your car enough, you know. You get in your car and you're like, yo, it's faster. Do I know the exact number? No. But I know how many new stop signs are they going to put on this street? This is crazy. It's went through like 3, and each one is separated by maybe, I don't know, 20 yards. I'm at another stop sign right now again. Like, this isn't an industrial area. What are we doing? Maybe they don't want people flying down the street. I don't blame them. I'm sure folks already were, and I thought they put them up there. Anyways, back to what I was saying. It's a quick little drive. Feeling a little spicy up top. It's feeling a little spicy up top. Now, I did say that the power range is all to the power band, so we're gonna come back. Let me keep driving. Listen, all I'm saying is it's feeling good, okay? That's all I can say. It's feeling good. I know sometimes people don't want everybody to gas up something. That's the new term. Yo, you gassed it. It ain't that serious. Now, I'm not going crazy. I'm not saying I dropped in a new turbo and I'm putting 400 to the wheels. But I feel the difference, okay? Throttle responses. Yeah, the throttle response is much better. I wasn't expecting that portion of it. And Anthony Doe, who has one of the first videos with this downpipe on, he talked about this as well too. I think he mentioned something about throttle response. If he didn't, I'll link his video there too. But he talked about throttle response as well too. I'm pretty sure he did. But this does feel a lot better. And I'm not in sport mode or anything. I'm in regular mode. Now, sport mode really just speeds up how fast the pedal to the throttle plate open and drive by wire. But this feels really good just in its normal mode. So I ain't mad, at all. This is feeling real good. Now I will say something. The tone, it's a little bit, it's deeper. It's it's gonna be hard to describe, but it has a bit of it has some angry character now, if that makes any sense to anybody. Like, the character of the car now has some anger to it. Having a sport mode now, this thing is almost instantaneously, it's like snappy. Throttle response has widely improved, okay? Widely, it's improved. I'm not gonna say it has not. It has improved. You can definitely feel the difference, even in normal driving. In the back of my head, I was like, I feel like the car is responding to throttle inputs a little bit cleaner. I didn't want to really think too hard on it because it was just too early to be saying, yo, this joint feels 1,000% better. I don't want to say all that, but it does feel better. Driving for a minute. I'm here to happy to report this thing is, man, this downpipe adds just a little bit. This is untuned. So I'm sure when I tune this, whatever route I decide to go, that this is going to feel amazing. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do next. It's EQ tag, mode tag. I'll be honest. I say mode tag because it's just like the one end all be all. But I don't know. Whatever floats my boat at that time and place. But for now, if you put this on, it drives fine. I've been driving for 50 something miles. I don't have a check engine light. Not that there should be, because there is. You put the O2 sensor back on, unless you didn't plug it in, then the check engine light would have already came on saying there's something wrong. The power's there at the top end of it, very smooth and linear. It feels good. The throttle response is better. It might even have even better. I don't know if it's going to keep. I know at some point a lot of these things kind of stack and they just kind of plateau, right? So if I had like a front mount intercooler, they say, oh, that has even better throttle response. And it also gives you 15 horsepower. I don't think it gets stacking. Like, oh, the downpipe gives me 15, the front mount gives me 15. That means I got 30. I think a lot of it is just like overall, the flow of how things work. Obviously, if you go to tune the car and you turn up the boost and everything with it, then I would imagine that you'll get even more power with it. But for now, just throwing on this downpipe and just driving the car, this thing feels great. I love how it feels. Throttle response is good. Like I said, power, really great. I love this car. Sorry, I rubbed my eye. I got no complaints. This thing feels fantastic. Now, I just gotta, wrap this up. A quick little drive. If you're thinking about the MST Performance downpipe, hey man, go get it. It's inexpensive. You saw how I put it on in my previous video. My previous video, you saw how I dropped it in from the top. You don't got to go under the car. You don't got to take off all the other things that you may have been told that you need to do. Easy, right? That might make this downpipe or this high flow cat basically because it's a smaller piece. That might make this the more popular option amongst anybody that's looking for this because of how easy it is to put on. So listen, I don't know what else to say. I've given enough accolades. Now I need to make my way back home. Hold on, this thing is, I told you, this is feeling, let me get into the camera. Where am I? I told you, this thing feels great. Can't say it doesn't. Sounds a little bit angrier. Yeah, that sounds good. But more importantly, I'm gonna wrap this up. I like to come talk to y'all. So, if you're interested in getting this downpipe, high flow cat downpipe, I mean, honestly, it's such a small piece, I can understand the argument of calling it something else. But ultimately, the thing drives well, the throttle response is better, the power is there up top, and after I drove it some more, because I was driving it more before I came to this point here, I do realize that me personally, my bottleneck now is the exhaust, because I'm running MST downpipe, 2JZ Racing mid-pipe straight into the stock exhaust. Now, the tone, the sound is good. For some people, that's all they want. But I do kind of feel something held up at the very top end, especially when you're really romping on it really hard. And I suspect that part of it is due to the fact that I'm running a stock exhaust. I would guess that that helps with the flow. I'm flowing fast out, and then I'm hitting bottlenecks at the end. So, an exhaust is necessary, and it's due. What am I going to do? I don't know. I do know that I reached out to 2J Racing to have something custom made that I have in mind. And I hope that we can complete that and do some collaboration, because that'll be really awesome and really fun. So an exhaust is coming next, because I know for certain this car will benefit from what I'm doing. But other than that, MST Performance, hands down, easiest one to put on, especially if you do it the method I did. Gives you the power, price point is good. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. You can choose your own path. I'm just saying that what CarQuicks did, and you see the video, I'm going to holler at y'all later. I'm going to go get some real food instead of the snack I just had to eat real quick, and I'm going to holler at y'all. Till the next time. Like and subscribe again. I don't have to repeat myself. Do it. Peace. Okay. So, before I wrap up this video for real, I realize, right, this is like, that there's no audio of what the car sounds like. Now, let me just say a couple things, right? I didn't put, it's not like I have an exhaust on this car, okay? I only have the downpipe. But I figure people want to hear if there's a sound difference on it, because I got a couple comments on just the little reels I did, and they said, yo, what does it sound like? We want to hear what it sounds like. And I'm going to try to capture the sound as best as I can, but I'm not giving y'all any promises. If this joint doesn't sound that great and you come back and you're like, yo, CarQuicks, that was a waste of all of our time, hey, it's the best I got, okay, for now, okay? Later on, we'll figure out some different audio things. I'm trying to figure out where to put this other microphone so I can capture the audio, so give me some time. We'll figure that out. I'll be back. Okay, I got the microphone set up somewhere. I'm going to flip this camera around. I'm going to start the car. I'm going to rev the car. Remember, I have the 2J Racing mid-pipe. I also have the MST Performance downpipe. And I have a stock GR Corolla exhaust. So it may not sound much different from when I did the mid-pipe sound, which that had a bigger difference because I went from a stock mid-pipe to a aftermarket one. And that had probably a bigger sound change than what I'm about to experience now. So, hey, y'all asked for it. I'm giving it to you, okay? Don't complain. All right. Flip you around. We're gonna see what this sounds like. If it don't sound like nothing, I don't know what to tell you. Don't say I never gave you nothing. We'll let the car be quiet for a second. This is idle. 4,000 RPMs, idle. I'm doing the 4,000 a few times so you can hear it, and that's idle. Now idle with the downpipe doesn't sound much different, but we're also going to do under the hood sound in case there's some other sounds there too. Okay, I'm putting on the brake. 5,000. We're going to do 5,000 again. 5,000. Kind of like 5,500. That's 7,000. We're going to do that again. Now, there you go. The full rev range. Okay, so that's what it sounds like. I'm not going to say it sounds much different than when I had the mid-pipe on, and you guys might hear this and say, yo, it sounds good. Doesn't sound much of a difference, because some of these sounds and tonalities that I'm talking about, some of this anger that you hear when you're high in the rev range, a lot of this is experienced in person. You know, your ears in person can pick up more nuances and sound than video can. Or I'll say this, better than the little microphones I'm using can pick up. I don't have boom mics and all the other stuff that maybe some of the people that we follow that do car videos and they're driving have. We don't have all that here in the CarQuicks universe, okay? So for now, that's what we got. Listen, this is a driving impression. You saw the install. Listen, like and subscribe as per usual. Checking out. I'll see y'all when I see y'all.